Now this is the second in a series of videos deconstructing some of my early Zentangles. This one here you can see a bouncy sort of string and some leaves with a little inline in them. Little inline's quite effective trick in drawing, and for the first time I've used very straight lines to shade in the background a shade of grey, even though they're just black lines. Using a grid to fill up a space, and then this is a standard tangle, but I don't know what it's called, but you can sort of see how it works in that you draw a circle and another circle, and between those circles you sort of draw an S-shaped line. Draw another circle, draw an S-shaped line. Draw another circle, draw an S-shaped line. I'll probably deconstruct that one on a piece of paper. And it is, so we draw a series of circles. They don't necessarily have to be the same size, and just connect them with an S-shaped line, and then you can go outside of that S-shaped line. So here's another S-shaped line, go outside it. Turn it around. Here's another S-shaped line and go around it. And if you wanted to, you could even keep going with a third line and a third line. And you can extend that pattern as far as you like. I've added a bit of an extra circle in around the circles, and you can let your imagination go. You can fill these with petal-like bits. Fill the inner circle and create your pattern that way. You can even do some stripy bits in here, and so forth and so on. It's that little pattern there. This one was the first time I thought about doing a themed rectangle, so there's a bit of an industrial machinery type theme going on in this one. You can see the two strings that break up the square space, and I've used some square bits. These things look a bit like rivets on a metal plate, and then down here some linkages. Again, not a very sophisticated Zentangle, but the first time I'd really thought about doing one on a theme. You can see down the edge of the page here where I sometimes scribble and have a little practice of things that I want to draw, and that can be really helpful if it's a new shape or a new tangle that you're trying to do. Moving on, let's have a look at this one. Again, I've got a sort of organic plant-based theme to this one. You can see the string there, a sort of a loopy string, and some branch type effect at the top. Again, using overlapping. Overlapping always gives a drawing some depth. Some stylized grass and some stylized wavy plants. Again, using overlap. So I've filled in the foreground planty bits with black, which tends to bring them forward. I left the ones in the background basically clear. Again, that plant shape is relatively easy to draw, but sometimes having somebody deconstruct it or give you a step out. Now, a grassy plant is basically just a wavy line like that, and then to that we add another wavy line that sort of intersects it, and that gives you that plant-like look there. Just put a few of them together, wavy line, and then another wavy line that intersects it. Don't have to be straight up and down. We can do one out to the side here. Do an overlap one. That one looks like it's going in behind. And then if you want to, you can actually do even a third line in between, which gives them a bit more of a plant-like look even. Try and make this line a bit thinner than the other ones. If I was doing this in pen, I'd do it with a thinner pen. And then we have some plants. And to step out for those plants. Next drawing, not quite sure what I was thinking about here, but you can see I've used straight lines for my strings. Used a bit of organic leaf-like stuff up here, stylized, and some fairly unimaginative fill in there. These stick things which overlap each other have become one of my favourite Zentangle techniques. There's all sorts of different ways you can overlap sticks like that. They don't have to be straight sticks, they can be bent sticks, and you'll see me doing this in a number of drawings later on. And a bit of a paisley thing happening in the background here. First time I used a lot of black to fill in the background, which is quite dramatic. Once again, just breaking the border in a few little places. Okay, that's the end of that page of Zentangles. I'll deconstruct some more and show you my progress in another video.